Joining us now is Congressman Adam Schiff, who is the top Democrat on the House Intelligence Committee. Congressman Schiff, thank you for being with us tonight. I know there's a lot going on.
Well, it's a pleasure to be with you, and I'm glad you introduced this segment with that comment, because that really struck me as well. The fact that of all the things the president says they talked about, he should say adoptions. Of course, this is what his son said their meeting was about. Yeah. And we now know the meeting was about anything but adoptions. It was about getting dirt on Hillary Clinton. It was about the Magnitsky Act. And adoptions was really the subterfuge. So now are we to believe the president when he says that this meeting also wasn't revealed voluntarily, was also about adoptions? Maybe we all have it wrong about Vladimir Putin. Maybe he's a much more, thoughtful guy than we give him credit. He wakes up in the morning worrying about adoptions and orphans. But it seems a bit hard to believe that that was really the topic of conversation.
And if the president was discussing sanctions, which is, as I was just saying, sort of what the Russians mean when they do talk about adoptions. If they did really talk about adoptions, which means they were talking about sanctions, what's the danger of him doing that, which he now admits to, without a U.S. translator, without a U.S. note taker, without presumably any U.S. government planning for that conversation, and with no readout about what actually happened in that one-on-one?
Well, this would be a bad practice with any president, not to have others present to interpret what Mr. Putin says or to take notes on what our own president says. It's all the more risky with this president because he does talk off script, because he doesn't have the discipline to carry the message with someone who is, quite a skillful negotiator and counterpart in Putin. So we don't know what the president may have conceded in that conversation. We don't know what the president may have revealed about what he would like to take place. We don't know what he may have said in that meeting that contradicts what was said in the earlier meeting. And that is, obviously deeply concerning in terms of our national security. We have gained no insights about the meeting with Putin. We, in terms of the national security establishment of the United States, we have gained very little. I think Putin has gained great insights. So it is all the more concerning that it took place the way it did, and we had to learn about it the way we did.
Congressman, we have learned tonight that your counterpart committee in the Senate has scheduled testimony next week from Paul Manafort and from Donald Trump Jr. Scheduled to testify next Wednesday, although as far as I know, they haven't confirmed that they're going to appear. Judiciary Committee, excuse me. We're also told that Jared Kushner is going to be doing a behind-closed-doors interview with the Senate Intelligence Committee on Monday of next week. As for your committee in the House, there has been some scheduled testimony from a number of different people, Trump advisor J.D. Gordon, from former Obama National Security Advisor Susan Rice, from a campaign advisor for the Trump campaign named Roger Stone, a number of pieces of scheduled testimony that have been delayed. Looking from the outside, it sort of feels like things in the Senate are moving and things in the House are stalled. As the senior Democrat on that committee, is it fair to say that your committee is stalled?
No, not at all. In fact, we have been progressing with the interviews just about every week. And what we are trying to do is we're trying to coordinate with Bob Mueller. We're trying to coordinate with our Senate counterparts. We're also trying to do our investigation in an orderly way, where the benefit of the investigation is foremost, in the sense that we're trying to get documents from witnesses before they come and testify so that we can ask the witnesses about that. And when we haven't received the documents in advance, we do sometimes postpone the witness interviews. We also are trying to take into consideration the equities that Bob Mueller has and the order in which he may want witnesses to come before either his investigation or ours. So we're doing our best to coordinate. I think logically, an investigation tends to bring in the less significant witnesses first, the more significant witnesses later. But there are, as you can tell, a lot of competing equities here, including the equity of the public that has a great desire to know, a need to know. And so, I don't think it's accurate at all to say that we're stalled. In fact, we are progressing, although we are less public about what we're doing, certainly, than what the Senate is doing.
If I was to ask you if Paul Manafort has been having conversations with your committee staff or indeed members of your committee behind closed doors, you wouldn't answer me, would you?
Well, I can tell you that with respect to Mr. Manafort, Mr. Kushner, Don Jr., these are all people that we're going to want to come before our committee. some of whom we've already been in touch with their counsel, some of whom we're working with. I don't want to go beyond that, but those conversations are ongoing. So it is progressing, and of course we're trying to coordinate as best we can with the Senate in terms of their timing as well as our own. It's a bit of a juggling also now with the Senate Judiciary Committee, but I think all are playing an important role here.
Congressman Adam Schiff, the top Democrat on the House Intelligence Committee, thank you for your time tonight, sir. Very busy news night. Really appreciate you being here with us.